At this time, direct your attention to center court for the award ceremony. Let's hear it for the NBA champions, your Charlotte Hornets. Your head coach is Charles Lee.
Starts today. We have made it. It is a holiday for everybody.
Oh, man. The offseason felt like forever. It's great to be back. Nothing like some games that count.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Nash out there with Traore. Then it's Chet Holmgren. And it's Sloan in at the 3 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cunningham for 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
And he is a guy who typically needs the ball in his hand, so it's good to see Cunningham as a catch-and-shoot option.
Here's Sloan. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's McGrady. Oh!
That's as good as it.
And that one is hammered home.
Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
Here's Traore. Pass to Nash. Takes the 3. Sloan shot is off. We've seen a quick start here for the Hornets. Here's Sharpe, and then Sharpe with the dunk.
Well, the passing ability of Cunningham is top shelf, and sometimes even an overlooked part of his game.
Nash, the pass to Holmgren. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Hornets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Cunningham inside, defended by Nash. Here's McGrady. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McGrady's got 5 now.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep here. You know, Jim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skills.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself. And that is the difference.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Let's see what you got. Let's hear it for all the dancers.
Here is Nash. Pass to Sloan. Holmgren kicks it over to Nash. Here's Embry. Will it go? There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Well, you need to have a short-term memory. You can't worry about the shots that didn't go in.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Sharpe the pass to McGrady. For the three. And again, it's Charlotte with the three.
This looks like a three-game shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Pass to Nash. And there's the drive. For three, Holmgren. A three-pointer is right on target.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man, a 7-footer like Chet, who can step out beyond the three-point line.
Nash against Cunningham. And Cunningham with this slam.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've just been the better team. They've been more aggressive, which is why they hold a double-digit lead.
And so here's Phoenix after the basket by Charlotte. Nash outside. And it's Flagg with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here is McGrady. 8 points for him. And Flagg with the basket on the assist by McGrady.
With very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, Chet Holmgren talked about how he succeeds in spite of his slender frame. He said, you can't be afraid of contact. I'll continue to use my strengths out there, my length, being slippery, playing hard, and try to get better at my weaknesses, too, throughout my career. That will leave me in a good spot. Back to you guys.
The sky's the limit for him. Okay, thank you, Allie. Out to the right wing. Traore can't hit. And here's Sharpe. They're on an 18-5 run. McGrady passes away. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And what you love about Cooper Flagg, he's committed with playing the game the right way.
Yeah, I mean, even back in middle school, he would binge watch the '86 Celtics, a team known for its high IQ.
On the floor now for Charlotte. Turner finds Walker. Now White. Turner with a screen on Mitchell.
Charlotte foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Now in for Charlotte, number 99, George Mikan.
Turner dishes to Walker. Out to Edwards. Three-pointer sinks the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Hornets leading by 12. Here's Marbury. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you can't help but pick their defense up. heart. They're completely in disarray.
Picked away. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Marbury's got his second basket.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
Now here's White. Back to Jerome. 5 on the clock. Turner with the screen for Jerome. Over Marbury. Offensive rebound. Turner. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Charlotte has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Out of bounds, it will go to the Suns.
Phoenix ball.
And Phoenix making a change here. Holmgren's checked in.
Check Holmgren.
Suns trail by 16. And White kicks to Edwards. White setting the pick for Jerome. 6 to shoot. Turner for 3. Drills it from outside.
Love seeing this. Turner just rising and firing with no hesitation. Have to respect the confidence he's playing with.
Marbury passes to Mikan. Lucas against Jerome. Offensive rebound. Tries again. Can't get the layup. And so it's Charlotte. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Sharpe?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
They've got Lucas. Mitchell is out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's Mikan in at the power forward. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Here's Marbury. Edwards defending. Marbury, good. Marbury's got 6 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Holmgren. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. We know about Holmgren's exceptional play defensively, but Tim, talk about his offensive game.
Well, he's incredibly versatile, Kevin. He can score down low, he can handle the basketball, shoots the three, and I'm not talking about standstill shots. He has the mobility to even come off screens.
Flagg is checked in for the Hornets. McGrady comes in for Lucas. Here's Marbury. 6 points for him. Here's Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
Number 22, Flagg.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Hornets leading by 13. Here's Marbury. And he uses the glass on the layup. Marbury's got 4 this quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Turner against Robinson. Fouled on the shot. Picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Shots are falling now with more regularity
than we saw at first.
And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. Nash can't get it to go. The Hornets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. McGrady outside. Bull a screen on Edwards. Driving in.
Well, McGrady is just going off right now. He's enjoying himself and going after buckets with reckless abandon.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Nash left side, out to Edwards. And again, it's the Suns missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
There is no doubt about it. They'd love to have that one back.
Bull can't hit. Suns trail by 16. Outside Turner. White looking around. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Flagg. And he's going up for the alley-oop and stolen by Nash. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaden Sharpe. That is his first foul of the game. Cunningham, he's checked in for Charlotte. Pass to Traore. But Trey. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Flagg's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
McGrady outside. Back to Cunningham. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Nash. Now here comes Nash, leading the break. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, Kevin. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Back to you.
Not a bad idea. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And the Hornets making a change here. Ware's checked in. And the Suns also making a change. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Now Flagg, and Flagg throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Nash. Nash against Cunningham. To the inside. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up.
Pass to Torrey. Sloan in the corner. Here's the three. The Hornets pull it in. At one point, they led by 16.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
The Suns shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
15.
And that one falls for Torrey.
Torrey taking 2 shots.
Good on both. .121 left to play here in the half. Cunningham looking it over. A shot by Sharpe. Nobody around. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Torrey from downtown. Good on that shot. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Sloan. Cunningham drives in. Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Nash with it. Now defended by Cunningham. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Well, you can't let that happen. That seems like a mental mistake.
Now, here's Sharpe. He's guarded closely.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Pass to Torrey. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Sloan, defended by Lucas. Sloan shot is off.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Sharpe, the pass to Lucas. It's rebounded by Embry. And here's Nash outside, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Get ready for some high ideas and amazing stunts from their franchise, the Real.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And taking a look at Phoenix. I've hung with these guys in the offseason. They're better than people think, but they still got to prove it.
Yeah, high hopes for them and for their fans as well. And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Charlotte Hornets.
Hey, these guys are a bunch of artists, man. You know why? They live for the paint. Oh, that joke was weak, but their play style is Diesel approved.
I wouldn't say the joke was weak, it just needed a capper. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. We're seeing a tremendous game from Tracy McGrady.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with him. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
Suns trail by 14. On the court for the Suns, Flagg is out there with Nash. And it's Chet Holmgren. And it's Embry in at the 5 down low. And stolen by Flagg. Inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Suns shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Pass to Toure. Here's Sloan. Off target from three-point range. Sharpe leading by 16. Here's Nash. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, he's a very good mid-range shooter, but the defense was all over him there, making that a very difficult shot.
Here's Sloan. And stolen by Sharpe. Deflects the pass. Holmgren with the steal. Nash with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Sloan deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Phoenix no good that time either.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Sharpe on the wing. No good on the triple. Suns trail by 16. Steps back. Kicks it out to Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And you love seeing Holmgren go strong at the rim.
Charlotte has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Cunningham scores after the quick crossover. Cunningham's got 9.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Toure. Knocks down the 10-footer.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
Cunningham passes to Ware. And that one is stuffed right through.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness in it.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Yes, wow! It's time for your Sports Ball! Get out and get noisy, friends! It's your Sports Ball!
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Toure. And Sloan kicks to Holmgren. Nailed from three-point land. Holmgren's got 5 points now this quarter.
I love the aggressiveness. Holmgren really on a roll now.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep three. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to Richardson. Here's Marbury. He's got 8. Back to Richardson. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Where, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
But that is the shot he should be looking for. He's just got to hope for better luck next time.
Sloan in the corner. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got assist number 5 here tonight. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Robinson's checked in for Khalil Ware. Edwards, he's checked in for Phoenix. White comes in for Troy. Nash outside. Here's the screen. Down low. Embry, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And this is where Nash is most dangerous. Superb at running that pick and roll.
With the drive. And here's Richardson outside. And the Hornets miss again.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss. Yeah, he just needs more shots. He has to get more involved.
Hornets lead by 9. Here's Richardson. The shot's good. Richardson's got his second bucket tonight.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
McGrady against Holmgren. Kicks it out to Richardson. To Marbury. And stolen by White. And here's Edwards. Softly drops in the floater. Edwards got 5 points so far.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's ready to talk things through with them. The Suns making a change here. 1:22 left to play in the third. Jerome with the steal. And here comes one. Leading the fast break and finished off by Walker.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Here's Marbury. Guarded by Jerome. White against Mitchell. Pocket 6. Marbury, good. He's got 11.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Jerome passes to Turner. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Here's Turner. He has 6. 27 seconds left in the third. Excellent D that time from Robinson.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
The shot by Mitchell, no good. White dishes to Turner. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Mikan. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
So it's the Charlotte Hornets. 13 points up at the end of the period. Things have been clicking offensively, defensively, you name it. And they are riding this wave of momentum. Right back after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell is out there with Lucas, and it's Marbury in at the point. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Mitchell kicks to Lucas. 4 on the clock. It's hauled in by the Suns. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. White, good.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Charlotte. Pass to Marbury. Robinson a screen on Jerome. Marbury passes to Robinson.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
And they've also done an outstanding job scoring in the paint, getting close looks and just pounding them inside.
Walker's checked in for the Suns. Holmgren. Robinson pulls it in. Charlotte leading by 10. Eichen passes to Lucas, and Lucas slams it in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Outside, White. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Phoenix.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Marbury passes to Eichen, and it goes down 2 points. And the Hornets lead by 11.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His 4th turnover hampering their efforts.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Khalil Ware's checked in for Robinson. Sharpe comes in for Lucas. And it's Cunningham in for Mitchell. Nash is checked in for the Suns.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And here's Nash outside, and Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Sharpe has it in the corner. A 3-pointer, no good. Suns trail by 13. Here's White, and White with the stuff.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Cunningham against White to the middle. Here's Eichen off with the layup. Nash with it. Outside Turner. And here's Nash. Holmgren sets the screen for Nash. Going inside. Takes a 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Here's Sharpe. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Edwards kicks it over to Nash. And Turner throws it down.
And you know how hard Turner goes. Has the strength needed to work through the contact and finish.
So for the Suns, Sloan's checked in, and it's Flagg in for White. Hornets leading by 5. Here's Flagg, and Flagg throws it down.
Inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
17 foul. Now in for Phoenix, number 53, Wayne Kendall.
Nash against Cunningham. What a finesse finish on the way-in.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
At one point, they led by 16. Flagg, and the rejection by Holmgren.
That is just great rim protection by Holmgren.
That one misses.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Shoots the three. Cunningham pulls it down.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the three.
Sharpe. No good from three.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggle continues.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Oh, that is a big-time team.
Look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it on.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that? And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
He's checked in for Khalil Wynn. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, yr4.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
Thank you, Alan. Cunningham against Nash. Driving to the basket. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Cunningham.
And what we respect about Cade Cunningham is that he puts his team on his back. He does everything he can to deliver whatever they need.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Adding these extra points is a huge difference this late in the game.
Beyond the arc, knocks down the three.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them. Well, Cunningham isn't afraid of big moments. He loves coming through for his team.
And Teron Lue calls timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Here's Embry. Ball covering. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. It's a 5-point game. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Here's the Suns with the ball. Buries the deep ball.
That is world class.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Making it a 2-possession game is critical right here. Nice work coming through and doing exactly that.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And so Nash nails both of them.
Now, this team knows they can rely on him in these situations. He is so consistent at the free throw line.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game. And the timeout called here by Teron Lue. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's Embry. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. And Phoenix has possession. From deep. Cleared away by Paul. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. So it's the Hornets picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Alan LaForce,